Moenhurst. I'm an editor with Electrical Industry Canada, and I'm here interviewing Steve Beeby, owner-operator of Beehive Electric. Steve, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Yeah, hi, I'm Steve Beeby. I was born in Brampton, Ontario, but my wife and I, we've moved up to Elmville, Ontario, and yeah, I have Beehive Electric Incorporated, and we've been in business since 2014, and yeah.
And why did you decide to open your own residential electrical contractor company?
One of the reasons was pretty much just to test myself and see if I could do it, and just push myself to as far as I could go in the field, I guess you could say. I always had that idea when I started the apprenticeship that I would pursue it into a business one day, and I went as far as being the master electrician, now the president of the company, and it's doing really well, and can't be happier.
Fantastic. And what do you find are the greatest challenges to being the owner-operator of a small electrical contracting company?
You know what? In the beginning, it was I did a little bit of subcontracting with other electrical contractors that were small, kind of like me right now, and that really helped jumpstart me being busy. But then I started working more closer to the area where I am and reaching out and stopping in at different places and talking to different contractors and guys who I thought might need electrical work, and word of mouth kind of went around. I did a little bit of advertising, not a lot, and just kind of started ramping. And after my first year and a half or so, I was too busy and I had to hire a guy. So I have my first apprentice in the company right now, and we even have a co-op student working with us right now. And yeah. And my wife, she works in the office on a part-time thing, and she keeps things rolling while she has her full-time job right now, because we're still kind of small to have her full-time.
Yeah. Perfect. That's great. Yeah, no, that's definitely some of the challenges are trying to find that business and work with it. And how do you find that the market has been in terms of the fact that you came from a city setting to a smaller town? Do you find that it's been a challenge to enter a different type of market for the electrical industry?
I guess anywhere you start. I had a lot of contacts where I was, because my wife and I lived in Burlington for 12 years, and I did my apprenticeship out of Oakville. And yeah, moving north was risky, but I did have a job working close to where I live now, which kind of helped with me thinking about doing the move to do work north. And it's just starting a business in general was kind of nerve-wracking, but I do have some good family and friends that I've met in this area, and it's kind of helped with the confidence and getting to know people. And I play hockey on Fridays with some of the guys in town, and I got to know some of the contractors in the Wasaga Beach area, which isn't too far from Elmvale and stuff. And yeah, it's been pretty good. A lot of nice people up north, and it's been a nice change for sure.
Thank you. And we talked a bit prior about the importance of having a flexible business model. With changes constantly happening with technology and new products in the electrical industry, how important do you feel it is to have a flexible business model and to be able to take on new jobs and new tasks?
Well, one of the things that we try to do, or for myself, is I was trained in service, so we do a lot of residential and commercial during my apprenticeship, and you know what, that kind of, I like doing that, so it kind of made me more flexible with learning different types of commercial and residential materials and things like that. But I've seen over the years a big change, especially with lighting and things like that. There's a lot of new code rules, especially with residential. Even the new code book that's supposed to be coming out, I heard it's going to be a lot more changes and things like that. So it's, when I was working for someone else, I was doing commercial service work and stuff. So getting back into a lot of my work right now seems to be more residential than commercial, because when you're small, you kind of take on anything that you're gonna keep you busy. And it's just, a lot of my customers have a lot of renovation work and things like that, and custom builds and stuff. So I've had to adapt to a lot of the new code changes, especially with arc fault breakers and things like that. So it's been interesting, and with LED technology and some of the newer types of things that people can use with their apps and their phones and all that kind of stuff, I'm learning from my customers too. So because there's a lot of stuff out in the market these days, and everyone's kind of overwhelmed, I think, and it changes really quick. It's almost too quick, and it's hard to keep up, but I have different types of customers that require different types of things. So I try to work with them on every angle to make them happy, and price and things like that. I mean, sky's the limit with some of this stuff. So I try to keep my prices at a, or my customer in mind when I do certain types of installations and stuff for that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. And considering costs and things like that, what are your primary purchasing influences?
You know what? New things come out all the time, and I can walk into a supplier's and there'll be something on the shelf or something like that, and I'll be like, wow, that's an awesome tool, or that's an awesome product I think my customer would love. Customer service, delivery service, just the one-on-one. Like, I mean, I'll call a supplier and I'll ask for a specific person just because we have that kind of business relationship that kind of you just can read and get a good feel for what you're dealing with, right? And that's cool. I like that. And you know, yeah, it comes down to cost a lot of times with certain types of things, but certain types of products and stuff, or what my customers maybe are looking for, I price source. I get different ideas, and some suppliers will offer me different things. It just depends on who I'm dealing with, and then I'll bring up a couple different ideas to my customer, and then they'll be like, oh, I like that, or I don't like that, or can we get this, or can we do that? And sometimes I have to source it through a bunch of different suppliers. It just depends on what it is.
Thank you. And we say we very much appreciate you giving us some time today. Electrical Industry Canada is happy to have been able to sit here with Steve Beeby, owner-operator Beehive Electric in Elmvale, Ontario. And we look forward to talking to you again and seeing some of your work in the future.
Oh, thanks so much. Steve. I appreciate it.